What the deal? What the deal? What's up? Some new with you every day. What you mean? What's up, Joaquin? What up, Eddie? Something new with you every day. True, but what do you mean specifically? What you talking about? Sucker? Oh, the new timer. What's good, Seth? What's good? What's good? What's good? You know, I never say what's good in real life. I just respond whenever somebody says it to me because I'm reading it. I actually never liked saying what's good. I don't know why. I felt like it was more like a, yo, what's good? It was a Snoop Dogg, like a West Coast thing, which I didn't really rock with. Bro, do you like fried chicken?
Oh, that's racist.
You can't be saying that.
Oh, that's racist.
I mean, I love fried chicken. Who doesn't? But chill. Although I think Seth is black, right? Although the name Seth, to me, that is like in New York, that's as Jewish of a name as it gets. Like every Seth I've ever met, except one. And there's so many New York Jews. Like I've met probably thousands of Seths, and all of them have been Jews except one black dude. So I'm assuming you're a Jew, but then I think we talked about this and you're not. Who you got? T versus Boots. Boots. Stopage. It's too urban for you. What? What's up, Anthony? I am black. Yeah, I know. We talked about this. I remember. I assumed you were a Jew, though. A Jew. I could say Jew because technically my father was by blood Jewish, even though I was raised Catholic because they go by the mother, I think. But so I could make fun of him. That's what I'm saying. I'm Jewish enough where I can make fun of him, but I'm not Jewish. Bulgarian, baby. I'm American and Jamaica. So Shaq just asked me to do the fight videos between him and Barkley, where they like have those fights. So I'm gonna break those down. I wonder if NBA is gonna flag me though. We'll find out. We'll find out. Probably not, but they might. Manuel Navarrete can't wait till he moves up to 135. I want to see him in with the top guys at 135. Okay. Me too. Fury versus Usyk. Um, if I'm being honest, I'm going to be honest for the first time with this. I'm going to put aside, I want Fury to win. I picked Fury the first time. I think Usyk's probably going to decision him again. But I do see a world where Fury gets on the front foot heavy. Gets on the front foot heavy like he's in a car race. Gets on that front foot, pushes down on that front foot heavy like he's a drag racer, like he's in the Indy 500. And he could stop Usyk with using his size. But I feel like, I don't know, man. I'm seeing Usyk winning. I'm seeing Bivol winning. And I want the opposite in both cases. I want Beterbiev and Fury to win. Yeah. Yeah, Shaq asked me, man. Anthony, Shaq's the one who asked me to do the first video. He is my man's, sort of. We talk. He likes my videos and shit, so we talk. Or you went when they fought on the court. Huh? Navarrete already lost at 135, yeah. Usyk stop him. I don't know about stopping him. Navarrete already moved up. Usyk whooping that ass. I hope not. No, I don't think. Look, I could see Tio doing that. Like I see a world where Tio does beat Boots because Tio's that good, but I'm gonna have to lean towards Boots. I mean, yeah. Yo, Marco, how do you know? Do you know about the Jay-Z? He was accused of banging like a 13-year-old girl or something. That's all I heard about that. Fury needs to use his size and punk Usyk by grabbing him and get. That's what I've been saying, vlogs. And why he didn't do that the first fight, I don't get. What's going to be very telling to us is what he weighs in at. His first fight, he weighed in lighter than even his first Wilder fight. But then with Wilder, same shit. Next fight, he came in 20 pounds heavier, 30 pounds heavier, because he knew I got to lean on this little skinny twig. Alvarate is my favorite boxer right now, and I think he whoops Santa Cruz. Okay. Tio stops Boots. I disagree. I'm dyslexic. My fault. I meant, are you going to do the fight when they had this? Yes, that's what he wants. What you mean? Oh, no. He wants me to do the NBA fights. Like I do throwing punches fights, but because the word fights are not really anything. Did he have more than I only remember one fight that they had on the court. Instead, he cut too much weight trying to box him. But yep, that's what I'm saying. And he's acting like, well, that worked perfectly the first time. Why change it? He said two things. First, I heard Fury say I got to knock him out. Then I heard him switch it up and say, no, I was winning every round until I was playing around too much. So I'm just going to be more focused and outbox him again. If he goes to try to outbox him again, he's going to lose. Fury better move if he don't get stopped. Marco, since you love boxing so much to cover it like you do, why do you think you lost the drive to fight like you did? Well, Anthony, getting punched in the face and punching other people in the face is a very, very different vocation than talking about it, doing videos, you know what I'm saying, commentating. Totally different things. Bam, my favorite fighter right now. I'm good with that. Tio and Boots is coming pay-per-view. Okay. Yeah, I think it is one. Mr. Lightning. The only white boy besides me. I think Fury can outbox him, though. He can. But it's riskier. Why are you running from him like that? When you run from a fighter, you power them up like you're feeding them Pac-Man pellets. They start chasing you and get powering up. And it looks bad to the judges. The judges see a dude running. It just doesn't look good. I just subscribed. I love boxing. Appreciate you. Welcome. Where are you from? And what's your age? Best ever. Boots was called the Ducks. We were trying to make up for it. Who's on Chop Chop? What? Chop Chop Corley? Or is that like a weird, like, who's on first? Why are you saying who's on Chop Chop? That's just weird. He did have Usyk hurt, though. Yeah, he did. A couple times. 2 or 3. Definitely 2, maybe 3. I don't know, MEC. He tried and it didn't work. Fury needs a new game plan and not repeat his mistakes. I think he should do the boxing 50% of the time. Then the other 50, lean on this motherfucker. Rake him in the eyes with your fucking forearm. Rough him up. Be crafty. Throw hard shots. Hold him by the back of the head. Push his head down. Those who have fought know, and if you don't know, I'll tell you, when you get your head pushed down and when you get pushed, it's so draining during a fight. That drains you bad. Excuse me. Tio and Boots could be fun. I don't know if Tio would hurt Boots. Hit the like button. Yo, Marco, are you going to be surprised Usyk lose the fight? No, I think Usyk. No. I'm going for Fury, I think, but I do think Usyk might beat him because I don't like the way Fury's acting. He doesn't seem, I don't know, he doesn't seem like he has that fire. He just doesn't. But we'll see. It isn't Chop Chop an up-and-coming boxer right now, not to be confused with. Oh, I don't know who Chop Chop is. I know DeMarcus Corley. I don't know an up-and-coming Chop Chop. Just how he had Wilder all drained, fatigue. Yeah. And let's not forget, Wilder and Usyk are similar weight. Not the same height, but similar weight. Usyk was 220-something. And Wilder came in around that, his second and third fight. So, very similar. So he's rocking like if he comes in almost 280, he's rocking a 50-pound weight advantage. Wilder was 220, maybe even less. Wilder fought anywhere from like 209 to like 220, 221. He might have been 228 or some shit the last fight, and Wilder was and Fury was 278. So it was a 50-pound difference. I think they were 228 and 278. Gus Wilder should not be fighting anymore. What's that noise? He's not throwing punches. His career's over. He's going to get hurt. And it's going to tarnish he's the hardest puncher who ever lived, in my opinion. And it's going to, every loss now he takes, just like with Roy Jones, they're cracking away. They're cracking away at that cast, that golden cast on him. And it's going to be cracking away. It's going to be just down to a mortal human. Usyk knows how to avoid Fury using his weight. I don't think so. Chop Chop is a terrible nickname, worse than John John. I mean, Chop Chop Corley's a chef. I left you a tea, too. People keep saying that they want Sky versus Better Beavis. Who's Sky? I don't think Boots is afraid to face Virgil Ortiz because Virgil didn't even look. I mean, he clearly didn't want to face him. I don't know if it's afraid, but he didn't want to face him. So, Marco, a casual old head. I got a casual old head for you. You know what I'm saying? I got a nice casual old head for you.
Tutti frutti!
Just for you.
Tutti frutti!
That's how we did it back in the day. We emasculate dudes. Wilder looks a bit bigger than what his weight says. He has wide shoulders, but when you look at his legs, you're like, it almost looks like a joke. Marco, in any of your fights, did you at any point find something funny during the fight or nah? Fights, no. I didn't have that many fights to begin with. And sparring, funny? No. No, I don't think so. I mean, Usyk and Evander is 2.0 no juice. I disagree with that comparison. Evander didn't have fucking head movement and footwork like that. Just because they were both cruiserweights. Evander was a conventional. Usyk's a southpaw. Usyk is more like a Lomachenko 2.0 on steroids. Marco, the general of the casual army. I got a baton for you. Just for you. Boots already said he wants to stay at 147. Yeah, that's what he said. But then there's interviews where he's saying he'll go to 54. So that's why they're calling him a duck. Out of his own mouth, I'm ready for anybody at 54 and 47. Now suddenly he's not. So that's why they call him a duck. I'm not saying he's duck, but that's why they're calling him one. Who's my favorite prospect? Abdullah Mason. Yo, Marco, what's your favorite fight of Tank Davis? It probably has to be the Santa Cruz knockout. That was just disgusting. Usyk, a beast. I wouldn't call somebody who barely gets knockouts a beast, but he's a great fighter. Could you really beat Ness? And I can't do Border Wars because I was a pro. Yes, I'd whoop Ness's ass in the ring. He's not a fighter. And we're around the same age, so you can't even use age as an excuse. Evander and Holyfield in the fantasy weight fight is best bout in history. Evander and Holyfield? I think you're trying to say something else. Oh, and Hagler. I don't agree with the I mean, look, you have every right to like Evander. A lot of people do. I don't at all. Riddick Bowe beat the shit out of Hagler. I mean, out of Holyfield. You know what I'm saying? Michael Moore beat Holyfield. Burt Cooper almost had Holyfield knocked out in his home fucking town. You see the war. Nah, I'm going to watch it after I get off with you guys, though. You're not a casual. You're just like only known boxers. Exactly. But, hey, man, everybody has their own definition for casual. But casual really is just a way to call somebody a bitch in boxing. It is. That's when it's only when it's insulting. Nobody ever says that in a nice way. It's a way of being like, you're a bitch. So, okay, whatever. Who's the best fighter who came out of New York? Man, I don't know. Zab Judah. Tyson, maybe. Riddick Bowe, I don't know. Jake Paul and then I know, I heard. I'm high right now. Okay. Enjoy. More of these fighters will end up on Pro Box. Possibly. James Toney versus Jake Paul. Like right now? Lennox versus Ali. That's a tough one, Eon. I've gone over that. I think Ali loses. He's too small. I know people think I'm crazy. Lennox is too big for him. Now, if all things are equal, Ali is probably a better fighter, and I'm not even sure about that. Lennox was so fast. And does Ness ever annoy you? Yeah, sometimes. Nothing crazy. I wouldn't be on the show if he was annoying me all the time. I mean, I'm sure I annoy him too. Tio. Bert Cooper had real power. The coke killed. He also should have been a cruiserweight. He was 5'10". Like, he was too short. He was like Joe Frazier. Funny enough, they're both in Philly, both smoking Bert, smoking Joe. But Joe Frazier fought in the 60s and 70s when being 5'10" and 210 pounds was a normal heavyweight. Bert Cooper is 5'10", 210 pounds in the 90s when, 80s, 90s, when that already normal heavyweights were like 225, and we're definitely not 5'10" except for Tyson. I'd like to see prime Zab in this era. Yeah, Zab has fast hands. Ali was a monster tamer. Ali was crazy his damn self also. Yeah, that's a fact. What's up, Clarisse? If Lennox fought Jake Paul right now, wow, that's a great question. I don't know. Lennox is older than Mike. Let's put that in perspective, guys. He's he might be 3 years older than Mike. So Lennox, it might be 61. So one thing I've just learned, until somebody else proves otherwise, 58, based on Mike Tyson and on Evander Holyfield, is the age where boxers cannot compete, where their punch resistance is gone. So if that holds true, I gotta lean towards Jake Paul beating Lennox. I don't think Lennox will be able to take a punch anymore. He's too old. That's what it showed me. As much as I'd love Lennox to lay him out and say otherwise, until I'm proven otherwise, 58, if 61's too old. Joe Frazier was better BF. Ooh, man. Frazier would be too big for him because they're the same height. Equal attributes. Who you sparring, Ness or Roy? What you mean? Like, if we're the same height and weight? Well, me and Roy were the same height and weight. Roy, what the fuck, Ness? Why would I want to spar Ness? Roy's the greatest fighter who ever lived. Matter of fact, Emmanuel, thanks for the bounce pass.
I must have forgot.
Cooper was smoked. Was Cooper on crack? What do you think of Bob Foster? That's the guy who Ali knocked down. So I just did a video on that. The dude was good. He should have stayed at light heavy or cruiser. I forgot which one he was at. Lanky, great fighter, hard puncher, tough, just was too small for heavyweight. And all his losses were at heavyweight. That's my super soursop. Thank you. Is soursop in it? Yeah. Thanks, sweetheart. It's the wifey hooking me up with the dope soursop tea. Zab Tio 140 would be fire. I think Lennox more sturdy than Mike. Nah. Prime Mike never even got rocked. Well, see what I'm saying? Like, it took Buster Douglas of 10 rounds. Buster Douglas is 6'4", 240. That's a big 250. That's a big dude. It took him 10 rounds of walloping Mike with planetary collision type shots before Mike got knocked out. Lennox was knocked out twice by one punch in his prime. So, Tyson was more sturdy when his mind was in it. It's all mental. Zab would be Tio. I'd have to go with Zab too, but I can't do those because Tio's still active. What's up, Anthony? I agree. What's up, Michael? What's up? He really said spar legend or do. I know. It's funny. He was a light heavy. Yeah. He might have done cruiser, but no, they didn't have cruiser back then. That's why. It was either light heavy or heavy. I didn't know you had bars, bro. Come on now. Not bad, right? I don't do it a lot, but Marco's skipping that sour diesel tea. Soursop. Will Tank Davis really retire, and will he ever face Shakur Stevenson? It's not looking like he's going to face Shakur. It's looking like he wants to face Keyshawn. Tyson should have won that fight. Get the... All right.
Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here! You must be out of your goddamn mind!
Let me explain something to you, Joaquin. Why this is ridiculous. First off, Mike Tyson got an even longer count if you look at it, right? Which he didn't beat. But more importantly, I hate when people say this, and I'm the biggest Mike Tyson fan. So being honest and not biased. Buster Douglas was down, never hurt, and literally by the count of like 4 or 5 was looking up, waiting, hit his glove on the floor, showing he's completely conscious and annoyed at himself. He could have got up. The only way you ever say some crazy shit like that is if the fighter was totally out of it and they're like, ugh, and they get up right at 10 and they're still wobbling and the ref lets it go. When that 10 would have really been 14. When a fighter is completely coherent from a flash knockdown, which is all it was, no, that's bullshit. That shit annoys me. That's like what's wrong with boxing. People trying to twist whatever to fit their narrative just because they don't want a guy to lose or they want a guy to win. I'm a Tyson fan, but that's not what that was. Prime Cotto versus Prime Zab. Well, they already fought in their prime, Clarissa. And I think Zab was whooping Cotto. Cotto started hitting him in the nuts, though. Marco was good. Stretch arm stretch before boxing. I think that messed up my shoulder. I stretch my biceps, so I put my hand flat like this, and then I lean and then I lean forward, and I stretch out the bicep. That's what I do. KOMC, you know the deal. It's got to be hard being on a podcast with Troy, dude. Yeah, he talks a lot, but he's a good dude. I like him. He's a good heart, good dude. Really smart, too. Really well read. One thing about Troy, I will say, he doesn't talk about things unless he knows what he's talking about. He's a little long-winded sometimes or whatever, but he won't talk about something if he doesn't know what he's talking about. He doesn't just talk out of his ass. That's one thing I said about him. And I like that. I like him. That's my man. He's a good dude. What is greater accomplishment? Manny Pac, 8 division champion, Floyd Mayweather undefeated record. For me, it's Floyd. But that's what I look at, right? Everybody has their own criteria. For me, being undefeated trumps going up in weight. Going up in weight just means you're able to put on weight. Or you're able to lose weight and slowly grow out of being able to keep the weight, and then you can't keep losing because your body's now, you're grown out of it, and now you have to just fight at your natural weight. You believe Mike didn't take him seriously, though? Yes, definitely believe that. But that wouldn't have mattered. Buster was whooping his fucking ass. It was a 10 count. I mean, I think it was a normal 10 count, too. But even if it was a little longer, he was up easy. Douglas put hands on Iron Mike. Yeah. No, Douglas looked like Ali that night. I mean, the movement, the bully. He was bullying Mike. Man. All right. You, my friend, are... obviously sitting back and
You smoke crack, don't you? You smoke crack, don't you?
you think that's I don't remember. When did they fight? I think it was. You just did the same thing you complained about. Who? Is Danny no longer? I don't know. I don't really know. From what I understand, he does behind the scenes stuff, but I don't talk to him almost at all. Has Ness changed border war? I don't know. What up, Legacy? How bad did Mike? I don't know, man. He went from being hungry and angry and young to now having nothing to be hungry for anymore. And that's what burned his fire. And he got rid of Kevin Rooney and he got rid of the roots. He needed that fighting style. He needed to perfect his style to keep beating people. And he dropped, I would say he was, let's say 100% the peekaboo custom model style in, let's say, 88, at his peak, when he knocks out Michael Spinks, who, incidentally, is the only legend he's ever beaten. He's fought a couple more, but he lost to him. And by the time he was fighting in the 90s, right, even though he won, and right before he fought Holyfield, he was probably 40% peekaboo style left. Like he dropped so much of it. Prime Wilder or Prime AJ? You got to go with Wilder over anybody except Fury because he lands that stunner, that eraser. Mr. Lightning, peace, fam. Tyson was partying too much with that money. That's what he says. That's what Bobby Brown said. I believe it. I meant to ask Ness or Troy, my bad, do you think Ryan Garcia can beat Teofimo? He can. I don't think he does, but he can. Mayweather got chased. I know, I saw that, and somebody punched him in the face. That was funny. Hey, man, karma's a biatch. I believe Tank beats everybody at 135. Agreed. Do you think his toughest fight would be at 135? No, his toughest fight's at 40. Which is, well, actually, who knows? It could be Shakur, it could be Tio, could be Devin, could be somebody else. Mike, a top 5 talent ever. In his prime, Eon only. As a career, no. And why I even have to specify that? He's one of the only, fucking not one of, he's the only fighter who had a long career, who only peaked, whose prime was only 4 years. He's the only one. Early, too. Prime was when he turned pro from 18 until 1989. Right before, 1990, but let's say 89. In 89, he was 23. So his prime was 5 years. That's it. That's so unprecedented, unheard of. Mike wasn't the same after prison. It wasn't prison that did it. It was leaving his coach. It was achieving all of his goals. You know what I'm saying? Who do you think Tank's toughest fight will be? Probably Shakur. If he beats everyone 35, why is he so scared of Shakur? I think he's trying to minimize his risk and maximize his revenue. Simple. Shakur doesn't have the hugest name, yet he's a huge risk skill-wise. Tank will never go back to 140. Doesn't seem like it. Timboski called his goons on me. Was good, Remington? Boots baptizes Teofimo in 7 rounds. Teofimo's a delusional clown. Teofimo has a chance to beat Boots. Now, I'm betting on Boots, but he has a chance. Teofimo's that skilled. But the weight, but more importantly, the size, the height. Now, Teofimo handled Josh Taylor, who is Boots' height. Keep that in mind. The size made no difference. But Taylor didn't have the punch or the speed of Boots. So that's the difference there. Who's more likely to take the fight against Jake Paul? Andre Ward's the only one who's going to take that fight. But Jake wouldn't fight Andre because Andre's too dangerous. He's his size. Jake would probably only fight Canelo, and not now, in a few years, because he knows he's not ready. And he'd probably fight Tank because Tank's so much smaller. He wouldn't fight Andre or Canelo now. Tank doesn't want to diversify his portfolio. No, he doesn't. He needs to go to PF Hutton and diversify that portfolio. Diversify your portfolio, motherfucker. Remember the Dave Chappelle skit, Wu-Tang? I think he used a different word, but I can't say that word. Ricky Hatton versus Cotto. Cotto beats the shit out of Hatton. It's a fun fight, but Cotto fucks him up. I'm putting 1K on Fury. Yo, let me hold something. Let me hold like 5K. Yeah? No interest. I think Fury's going to lose, but I don't want him to. And when I say that, if I had to bet, but I see a world, you missed this, I already said this, where Fury does beat him. But he has to fight big. For not the whole fight. He has to throw in at least 25 to 50% of fighting big. And then mirror the other shit he was doing when he was boxing. Then he wins. Spit of flow. It was all a dream. B.I.G. on the same team. Rocking the mic with the Hell's Kitchen King. Benavidez versus Morrell. Who you got? Come on. Benavidez by stoppage. Oh boy, look who it is. Tia's in the room, Shane. I mean, Tia's in the room. Tia's in the room. Wait, Shane is in the room.
Tutti frutti. Tutti frutti.
She says hi, and she told me to tell you that she wanted me to play your national anthem, Shane. So here it goes. UK goons attacked Floyd while he was shopping. Well, hey, man. Maybe don't go posting how much money you have on you and how much jewelry you have on you all the time, and you won't be a fucking target. Didn't that guy Pop Smoke die for that reason? Like, isn't the rap, didn't he? What are you doing? All that shit. You just fucking, for all we know, Floyd could have been the reason Pop Smoke died. Watching Floyd do that same shit. I'm just saying. Like, you got to be a little smart. People are still out there trying to, you know what I mean? Especially dudes who grew up in the hood, like, you know better. Tiafimo can be unpredictable. Sometimes he looks extremely good, but other times he looks lucky to get the win. He fights up to his competition. That's a given. Just got here. Let's rate a rumble. What up, Kobe? Do you ever think about starting your own daily podcast? I'm doing it. Here it goes. What you mean? Like, what do you mean? You mean something beyond this? Fury is going to stop Usyk in the rematch. I'm hoping, Clarissa, I'm hoping. What up, Mamoon? Mark, you got pellet people in here. For now. You know how that works. See that? As soon as you said it, 10 almost gone. We're at 50, now we're at 43. Now, Pop Smoke posted his address online. That's what I'm saying. But he was posting his address because it was some shit that he bought, right? It was a receipt. Am I wrong? Wasn't he posting a receipt of some fucking flashy shit that he bought? Or no? Thirsty ass mugs out there. All right, my 10 seconds is up. I don't know what that means. Didn't you say that yesterday? You said 10 minutes yesterday, didn't you? It's weird. It's a little hurtful. You only give me 10 seconds? Tio has trouble against boxers. Taylor was fool's gold. Long layoff and fought small. Boots will jab in the face. You can't say he was fool's gold. He beat one of the best boxers in his weight class. Outboxed him. A dude who was taller. So it gives him a chance. But yeah, I think Boots is too big and too, more than anything, the power. Boots showed mad power. You turn into Larry Merchant when you talk about Floyd. All right, that was
Oh, that's racist.
very racist, Dion. ASAP Rocky accidentally doxed himself. What's that mean? Fury was starting to toy with. I know, but he wasn't ahead enough. Well, he kind of was ahead pretty much at that point. Now, those were pro-Palestinian protesters against Floyd because he's done numerous rallies supporting Israel. Are you sure? Look like black dudes to me. Yeah, and his friend posted the crib too. Yeah, so it was the receipt of some flashy shit. Like, you don't have to post everything. Shout out to big homie Tia. She just giggled. She went, TO by devastating KO. Yo, Pothead, let me ask you a question. Actually, it's more of a statement.
You smoke crack, don't you? You smoke crack, don't you?
Jermaine, Boots could take a punch. Jermaine Taylor versus Felix Trinidad. Taylor's way too big for Trinidad. Yeah, you were racist, Dion. You're being mad racist. Marco, please, can you and Troy knock out some TBV callers? Who would you like me to knock out? You tell me. We'll line them up. Maybe I'll get to it. I just did a bag video today. Still got it. They looked like black dudes. What does that mean? That they had way more melanin in their skin than I do? Do you not know what black people are? See? Indiana. You're the only black dude in Indiana, so you don't know what other black people look like because Indiana's all rednecks and horses. I've been trying to see. You just proved it. You just proved it. Shh. Hey, yo, Eon.
Got him!
Yo, Marco, is it any feats? You mean fights, I assume. Start with Nesp. Nah, that's my man. I like him. Nah, brother, you used they were black. Assumed. Yeah, nah, I didn't. I could have. I thought I saw a video of, but I don't know. Maybe I didn't see the video clearly. Marco, start with knocking out the egotistical brothers that call in to challenge you. And oh, nah, they're cool. I got no problem with them. The JT and J Mac, right? Paul Williams versus Felix Trinidad. Paul Williams. If Oscar could have outboxed Trinidad, which he did until he stopped running, Paul Williams would have boxed the circles around him. Would have boxed circles around him. Like a satellite. I pray to God Tank doesn't call out Jake Paul. I don't think he will. I mean, he kind of did. Is it still raining? Yeah, man. All day. It's going to go all day, all night, too, tonight. I smoke Bud, buddy. Boots is open for big counter shots. Did you see all those hooks? Yeah, he is. But that's the Boots that stands in the pocket trying to show out and show up for his hometown Philly crowd. We've never seen that Boots before. We've seen the Boots that boxes, disappears on dudes on defense, slow motions, like, you know what I mean? I think that was more of an anomaly how we fought just now against Karen, because we almost never see that. We never see him sit in the pocket like that. Yeah, the Dudleys. Nah, fuck those TJ and T-Mac brothers. They are bugged out individuals. Oh, they seem cool to me. Yo, Marco, who do you think Conor Ben should fight next? Fuck. Boots? Boots or Blair Cobbs? Or Ryan? I mean, Conor Ben's exciting, and he has a huge following, you know, especially overseas. He was not being racist. Shut you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Because everybody knows that I am a
real bad man.
22 kids, 23 kids, 22 baby mother.
Real bad man.
You guys know the deal. Tio getting stopped within 7. Tio versus Boots, they're not. I don't think they're going to fight. Gary Antoine versus Rayo. That would be
Boring.
Pothead Boots displayed poor Pothead Boots. He's a pothead now? Or are you talking to Pothead? I thought you were calling Boots a pothead. I'm like, Boots smokes? He doesn't even leave the house. I would like Ben versus Barrios. Tryon Bigham versus Clayton Bigsby. Those are both Dave Chappelle characters, aren't they? One is the blind racist dude, and the other one is the crackhead. I'm going to debate with my friend about Roy Jones. Julio, thank you for the bounce.
Y'all must have forgot.
Sergio Martinez was Vernon Forrest. Sergio versus Martinez. Oh, shit. Apparently Shaq just posted my video through his own account. Shaq just posted the video through his account. Oh, let's see how many. So last I looked at 113,000 followers. Let's see how many it gives me. Sergio Martinez versus Vernon Forrest. Sergio's too big. I know it's a weight discrepancy, but Butterbean versus James Braddock. Wow. I think Butterbean's just too big and strong. It's eras. You can't compare eras. James Braddock still... And I know this sounds crazy. I'm saying a former heavyweight champion would lose to Butterbean. But James Braddock still fought like this. Yeah, come on, come on. Butterbean will lace him. Get 1 second, guys. My bad. I'm back. And I'm still not black. I'm a cracker. Okay, Boots going to 154. Doesn't seem like it. Boots won. All right, let me go down here. You guys are flooding me. Do you believe Jones Jr. ducked Darius Mikolszewski?
You smoke crack, don't you? You smoke crack, don't you?
Get the fuck out of here! You must be out of your goddamn mind!
Look at me! I'm the waterboard, dude!
Homie, don't play that. Homie, don't play that.
You ask me that one more time. If anybody asks me that one more time.
Is Wayne Brady gonna have to choke a bitch?
Oh, and since you mentioned his name, even though it was in sacrilegious context.
Y'all must have forgot!
No, he didn't fucking duck him. That dude wanted Roy to go to Germany. You think Roy's going to go to Germany and possibly get robbed if it goes to the decision? Like what happened to him in the fucking Olympics? He had it happen. That shit's PTSD. He's not doing that shit. Butterbean now will get destroyed. He's too old. Butterbean, young Butterbean would knock Jake Paul out, maybe. Yeah, he hits hard. That'd be a good fight. I agree with Punisher outboxing Tito, but Paul Williams was prone to staying in the pocket. That's true. That's true. But that's true. Depends how he came in. Woo. What's that, Eon? Is that my post? No, I don't want to look at it yet. I'll look at it after. Marco, if the big homie Tia makes a cast of your head, she can make the perfect giant milk dud for Christmas. Yo, Rob, why would you want a cast of my head? Like, you want the cast of the head only? What about the rest of it? Here's what I'll do, Rob. I'll make a cast just for you of the whole thing. Head, shaft, all of it. You can have it. It's a little weird, and it's a little
fruity!
Well, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. I'm here for the people. Water sucks. It really, really sucks. That's a very weird thing to say. Does Canelo versus Crawford happen May 5th? No. Prime Roy loses to...
Get the fuck out of here!
I'm disappointed in you. I didn't expect you to say that. I wish we could see Inoue versus Spam. Me too. Hey, Rob, you started it. What's up, Mike? Jones loses to Munguia. Yeah, that is. I think that's a joke. She's been trolling, like being funny lately. That has to be a joke. She knows way too much about boxing to say that. What fight made you fall in love with boxing? I'll tell you right now. First fight I ever saw with my dad, who was never around much, and when he was, there's one a few times. Jerry Coetzee versus Michael Dokes, heavyweight championship of the world, 1983. First fight I ever saw, grabbed me. Prime Ward versus Canelo, how does it go? Butterbean took L's when stepping up the competition, just like when Jake lost to Tommy Fury. Yeah, Jones loses to David B. Yeah, you're trolling. What's up, Trick? LOL, the Waterboy reference, you know, of course. Anybody who says that is a Waterboy. The Trick Nulty. What up? What up, Trick? You know Adam Sandler. I don't know him personally. I've met his nephew, though, who did stand up briefly. Well, I think he stopped doing it because I haven't heard about him in like 15, 20 years. I saw Prime Butterbean lose to 1-9, Michael Rose. Yeah. I'm not answering that. Not now. You're not getting me answering that one. Not now. Not happening. Matter of fact, I will answer it now. Shaq. Prime Deontay Wilder loses to CYP's athleticism. All right, you're definitely either high or drunk or trolling or something. Why would you even say that? That's just really, really weird. Really weird.
Let the dogs out!
Talking Shaq too. Word. So what we got? What we got, suckers? What else we got? Talk to your boy. LOL, ayo. You kids with this ayo shit. That's what when we used to say no homo, right? I can't say that anymore, can I? Well, I'm not saying it. I'm just, but you can't say it. So that's just the version of that, right? No homo is ayo. And then before that, it was just like, don't be a FAG. What we used to say back in the day. Then it went to no homo, and it went to ayo. He not a kid, he 40. Rob's 40? Marco, break down how Better BF versus Canelo fight goes. I don't know, man. Weirdly enough, I think Better BF has a way better chance to beat Canelo than he does against Bivol, because Canelo's just going to come right at him and try and bang with him, which is going to be a mistake because Better BF is too big and hits too hard. Canelo's too small for 75. Marco, a 5v5 90s versus now. You put it. That'll take me too long to think. What about that's what she said? Yeah. Rolls, what up? How come De La Hoya never fought Vernon Forrest? Vernon Forrest died very young. So that's probably the main reason. But people avoided Vernon Forrest. People avoided Vernon Forrest for a long time. He was a nightmare matchup. Didn't have a lot of a lot of fanfare. Wasn't really known. So he was an avoided dude. Kind of like Winky Wright was initially. Does Keith fight again? I don't believe he does, no. I don't believe he does. But who knows? Ever see Roy versus Jeff? Of course. He allowed Lacey to press him against the ropes, and Roy, that was still a Roy that had, I don't know, that was a Roy that was 60% of himself still. That Roy against Lacey. He'd already lost 40% of himself. Yeah. If you could watch any boxer in person, dead or alive, who would you choose? Damn. Jack Johnson. Jack Johnson. Jack Johnson was way more controversial than Floyd, was way flashier than Floyd. Jack Johnson was the first guy to captivate the globe. But there was way less media source outlets. It didn't. Jack Johnson. And the most dominant fighter in history could have been Jack Johnson. Yeah, he lost a couple, but when he was winning, it was just with the ease and how he would toy with people. I don't know. I think I have to go with Oscar. Winky's a little big, but Oscar. Vernon Forrest was Al Heyman's first fighter. Okay. Who was ducked more, McCallum or Winky Wright? Winky. Winky, by far. Nah, I'd rather watch Jack Johnson because you have to remember there is no footage of welterweight Ray Robinson. We've seen Ray. We have not seen clear footage of Jack. There's just choppy 1908. You know what I'm saying? Jack Johnson. Maybe even John L. Sullivan. There's no footage of him ever fighting. But Jack Johnson. Vernon was Al Heyman's first fighter. Word on the street is Floyd left his gym at home when he was supposed to spar Vernon Forrest. Okay. I know it's different, weight difference, but could young Floyd keep this version of Inoue off him? Yeah, too small. Inoue's too small. Way too small. So the only way, the only way you beat legendary monsters is if you have the not the only way. The main way is when you got the power to get the respect. When that power you have changes their whole shit around. Oh fuck, I can't. I've been in there with a couple. It's only been a couple times where I'm like, maybe even I don't want to get hit with that. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, I can't get hit with that again. That's gonna be a problem. And you change everything around. Tyson versus Usyk, Roy versus Beterbiev, Floyd versus Bud, Tank versus Purnell. Mike Tyson versus Usyk, Roy versus Beterbiev, Floyd versus Bud. I like that. I would maybe throw in Tank, maybe Bud versus Sugar Ray Leonard. But yeah, that's good. That's good. That's really good. Duran versus Pac-Man. That'd be a great fight. I choose Ray Robinson to see fight. Okay. No, and I'm okay with that. Because he is the second greatest fighter who ever lived. Second greatest of all time, pound for pound, is Ray Robinson. Can't think of the last one. Inoue wouldn't get past Jeff Chandler or Azuma Nelson. I don't know about Chandler, but Azuma Nelson would have given him problems. But I think he would have got. I don't know, man. He hit really hard. He hits really hard. And it's a southpaw. I don't know about that. Oh wait, Inoue is not a southpaw, is he? No, he's not. Who wins? Sam Peter versus Ike Ibeabuchi. Ibeabuchi was a better boxer. Was more limber on his feet. He was just a better fighter. And I think he hit harder too, to be honest with you. He's just a better fighter overall. Bud versus Benitez. Bud. Benitez is a little overrated. He just won a belt at 17, which is what put him in like the history books, but a little overrated. Ibeabuchi clean Sam's Peters clock out. Okay. Hold on. My bad. God, what up? What up? Yo, if Fury wins this rematch, you gonna call me again? I'll be honest, Ace, I thought Fury was gonna win, but the more I see them talking, the more I see his energy, I feel like Usyk might beat him again. I had Fury win in the first fight, but I was okay with it being, a draw or Usyk winning because it was so close. But I really feel like Usyk might beat him again, and I'm going for Fury. But I thought about you the other day. I'm like, if Fury wins, I wonder if I'm gonna get a phone call. Probably not. But if Usyk wins, I'm gonna get a phone call, right? Ace likes rubbing it in my face when Fury loses. And I'm not even that big of a Fury fan, by the way. Like, I like him, but he's not my favorite fighter. Favorite fighter is Tank and Inoue and Bud. And Fury is one of them, but not my favorite. Not even top 3. Ike Ibeabuchi clean Sam Peter. That's what I'm saying. Winky versus Triple G. Triple G. A little too big. I think Boots ducked Ortiz. That seems that way. Ray Leonard versus Ray Robinson. We've never seen Ray Robinson footage as welterweight, Steph. So we just know that he went 129-1. We know he did that. The one loss was to Jake LaMotta, who, how many times did he beat in rematches? People don't know this. They fought 6 times total. That means Ray Robinson, after getting his first loss, beat that dude 5 fucking times, going 129-1. It was a crazy fight. Yeah, it was crazy. It was mad crazy. And yes, Usyk will win again. I hope not, but I'm getting that feeling. Just like I think Bivol's going to win. Now I don't want him to. Fury can win if he keeps fighting at long range. He was winning using his jab until he stopped Usyk in the close. He was winning. Fury was winning easy, but then he got caught by somebody who's supposed to not be a big puncher. So either Fury's chin has been damaged by Wilder's fucking cracking his bell, like Liberty, Pennsylvania, or Usyk just hits that hard. It was a perfectly placed punch. Mitch Green versus Max Baer. That is the weirdest fucking fantasy fight I've ever heard. But I like it. Mitch Green's too big for Max Baer. Way too big. That's what I'm saying. Eras. You're taking a dude who fought in like the 30s or whatever, put him against a dude who's like 6'3", 6'4", who can box and move and punch. No. Jermaine Taylor was Triple G. Triple G. Come on. Taylor was great, but one-dimensional. Hearns versus Benavidez. What? You know I can't do... I love Benavidez, and I'll have to go with Benavidez because Hearns was only a danger at the lower weight classes. If he goes up to 75, which he did, he wasn't a danger like that. But again, Benavidez is still active, so I can't make those calls until dudes are retired. Shakur Benavidez, Janibek. Your top three is wiggity, wiggity, whack. What up, Nick Gitan Pongo? Welcome. Robinson, Valentine's Day Massacre, Lamont. Yeah, that was fucked up. Yep, but Lamont never went down. Kobe, that was a good one. Triple G probably beats Jermaine over some rounds, but Taylor has a sneaky power. Usyk versus Holyfield at cruiser. I don't know yet. Usyk's still active. I think Usyk. Because Usyk would be able to take away everything Holyfield has. What? Triple G freaking one-dimensional too? Triple G's one-dimensional? Sort of. Yes. But yes. He is. But he has one of the greatest chins we've ever seen. One of the hardest punches we've ever seen. One of the most intense kettle corn pressure, like a tea kettle pressure fighters we've ever seen. And great punch placement. Just his speed and his IQ, we didn't know. It was mediocre. Usyk is quite possibly the greatest cruiserweight of all time. You want some chapstick as you continue glazing, as the young kids say today? That was wrong. I'm sorry. That was just wrong. Could Tyson have fought at cruiser? No. Actually, yes. His first couple fights, he was 205, 199, but not after he got into his 20s. He was just too big. Hey, yo, I know, that was rude. Where was that against Canelo? God damn, where was what against Canelo? Carl Froch. I don't know much about Froch, guys. Was he that nice with it? Was he that nice with it? Current fighters, Richard Torres versus Johnny Fisher. I don't know who Johnny Fisher is. Torres I like, but I think he's too small for heavyweight. No, I don't think. I'm concerned he might be. Carl Froch knocked out Jermaine Taylor. Right. He did, didn't he? That speed and pressure against the guy coming up in weight. Wasn't Carl at 175? Froch? No. Wasn't he's 68, right? 60 or 68? No glaze, but Tyson was such a specimen. No rainbow. How someone be destined for heavyweight since a kid. Yeah. I was similar to that. But I was 185 pounds and 5'11", which is the height I still am at 15. So I was one of those guys, not like Tyson, I'm not saying, but some people, some kids at 13, between 13 and 15 are just adult size. And some keep growing, obviously. But Mike didn't either, actually. You know what I'm saying? Mike was pretty much his size and his weight since he was 13. He never got any bigger. So he was like me. We just kind of matured, developed just mad early. Froch was the Cobra, was one of the toughest bastards who picked up a great punch and will to win. He smoked. Okay. Yeah, I don't know much about him. I know he's has a boner for fucking Jake Paul. And I saw him interview Bud, and he seemed mad arrogant. Like he kept trying to talk about himself. Like, I don't know. What's more important tool for a boxer to have? Elite footwork or extremely fast hands? Fast hands. Jermaine Taylor, that's the biggest tool is power, and second is hand speed. All the rest of that to me is second and third. I mean, defense is big too, but you need power and speed. Jermaine Taylor wasn't the same after Pavlik beat down. Pavlik, yeah, well, maybe not. You think Morrell can beat Benavidez? Do I think Morrell can beat Benavidez?
Get the fuck out of here!
Hell no. He's getting stopped, Morrell. Spider Rico. Ho. Yo, man, you need so much beef, Rico. I thought you're like a healthy dude, conscious dude. If you're conscious mentally, be conscious physically. You don't want to fill your brain with garbage. Don't fill your body with garbage, Rico. Now, beef is natural and it's good to have sometimes, but it slows the digestion down, man. Makes you feel lethargic. Don't have so much of it. That was the Brits to talk about themselves. Is that, do you think it's a British thing? Nah, I've seen other Brits interviewed. Steroids is a big tool to have also. I don't know who you're talking about, but okay. Arthur Abram versus Triple G. I'm not. Arthur Abram follows me, actually. But I don't know. I'm not really. I don't know much about Arthur Abram. That whole Super 6 tournament was so boring to me. None of the fighters were exciting. I know Ward ended up winning it, but beef is the best thing you can eat, brother.
Tutti frutti! Tutti frutti! Tutti frutti!
Beef is the best thing maybe you can eat. I didn't know Indiana was lacking women. What's the female to male ratio in Indiana? 1,000,000 to 1? You can eat your own fucking beef. Nasty. What's up? Until you tell us where you're working, don't talk about work anymore. It's rude. No hair. Puerto Rico, don't have to eat ribeye steak. No rainbow. Super 6 was bunk. It was whack. Bernard against Triple G. I think Hopkins might be able to outbox him. And I hated Hopkins. So boring. Didn't Ward beat Frock to win a tournament? Yes, I believe so. It's grass-fed. I don't give a fuck if it was baby bottle Similac fed. Too much beef, no bueno. Welcome home. Welcome home. Can't be touched, can't be stopped, can't be moved, can't be rocked.
Y'all must have forgot.
Hate the no look. I have a government job. I actually. Oh, word? Ooh. That must mean it's something in like intelligence or something? Or like security? Very intriguing. Okay, I'll leave you alone then. We got to start telling grown men to stop saying, I know. I don't do that. If Amir Khan had some fastest hands in boxing, why was he? Because his footwork, but more importantly, he went up in weight. That was a main problem. He went up too high in weight and was fighting dudes who just hit too hard, and his chin couldn't handle it. Spider Rico says, I like ribeyes, tomato sandwiches. Okay. Super 6, but I think Tio was good. Power fail. Bernard had some weird psychology going on in the ring. Had a legendary train. I know he did. Bernard's he's thuggish. Like I met him in person. He stares at you like on some jailhouse shit, like trying to look through your soul. I mean, I was staring right back. Like, but yeah, he does that shit. But I don't think it was just me. I think he does it with everybody. He's on some real jailhouse, like trying to like a mix of like trying to intimidate, but also trying to read who you are, and also like mad suspicious. Like, who the fuck is it? You know, that kind of shit. Shane Mosley versus Thomas Hearns. I got Mosley at welter. Mosley was Tommy was one-dimensional. Maybe 2 or 3-dimensional, where Mosley was like 6-dimensional. Stallone versus Chuck Norris. Get out of here with that. Marco, they're grown up. The thing is, we're not grown up. Prime Thurman versus Prime Spence. Didn't they fight? And Spence beat him? Or did they not fight? No, they didn't fight, did they? I don't know. Maybe Thurman? I don't know. It's true, Steph. I'm not playing. That's really what I met him. You must be. No, I wasn't scared at all. Oh, man, you know where I grew up. I'm used to that shit. I'm used to people fucking. We used to call that ice grilling me all day long. Ain't shit. That's why I learned how to use these. Because looking, talking, the fuck out of my what? Oh, I promise you, I'll knock you out. I promise. All that talking, I've been hearing that since I was a kid. And then when I learned how to fight as a kid, you knew that all that was to all those dudes who talk that much. They're the ones who could fight the least, usually. Prison would do that, I suppose. I'm assuming that's what it is. Or maybe some Philly shit too. I don't know. I met other dudes in Philly from Philly. They don't act like that. They didn't fight. Yeah, they didn't. No, I realized that after I said it. What's up? Plates. I have pinto beans, black rice, brown rice, red quinoa, black eyed peas, and the crock pot. I'm assuming not the crook pot. Stay away from the rice, Rico. Too much rice, although it's brown. You're young though, so you could take those carbs and use them for energy. So never mind. Do you see Floyd? I saw him briefly. He was getting chased or something. Did he get hit? Did he actually get punched, or were people just talking? Silent guys are the baddest. Word up. I love loudmouth dudes. Can't see them coming. Oh, I can see them coming. I just wait distance so I can kick your knees out. Damn, Rob. You kicking people's knees out? Spence got his confidence took. Thanks, bud. True. Shea Mosley versus Zab. Man. We have an in-shape Zab who's not going to get tired. I don't know. I might have to go with Shane. Sorry, Zab. Eat jasmine rice. Dudes tried to punch him, but they tried, but nothing landed, right? Spider Rico says, peace. Where you going, Rico? Wait, that's not peace. That's the Spock shit. Live long and prosper. That's what you're telling me. Shane and Zab were problems. Yeah, man. I don't know who would win that one. Mosley at 35 was a fucking beast, right? I know. It was. I've told him this to his face. Fights were uncompetitive. He was so good. What up, Ray? Gnarls Ray. What up, Ray? What the dilly, yo? Brothers be acting silly, yo. All right. Do you watch Prospects? I watch some, but not much, no. If so, what do you think about Albert Chop? Somebody just talked about him. I don't know shit about him. Send me clips. I'll watch him. And I definitely never heard of Art Barrera Jr. You really got to add the junior. Who the fuck knows who the senior is? I mean, I get it, but junior. Only Chop we recognize is Corley. Yeah. Who hurt? One of the few people to hurt Floyd. Rocked Floyd. Let's not say hurt. No, actually, he hurt Floyd for a second. He hurt Floyd. I would say he hurt Floyd. I want Canelo to get my wife. You want Canelo to get your wife pregnant? Damn. Okay. That was weird. Is this Elon's burner account? That's funny. But Shane hurt Floyd even more. He did. He did. Weirdo always. I know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Steph. I think Juan was weird. We and only use hands. Okay. Nicest guy in the chat, letting dude smash his wife. What the heck, man? Yeah, well, not dudes, just Canelo. But if he wants to let people form a line, that's on him. We and me, only you hands. I still don't understand what it means, Rico. Kick the kooks out the chat. Nah, man. He's not offending anybody. He's talking about Canelo banging his wife. It's the month to give. I started out in kickboxing. I use hands and feet. Pass your wife to me before Canelo. Oh, that's just fucking wrong. That is wrong. Pass your wife to me. I'm trying to look at a good sound effect to give for that one. I don't even know which one to do. Maybe. That's just wrong. You don't even know what she looks like. You ever thought of that? Could be a she, he. Right? We can't gender assume these days. Could be one of those Thailand lady boys. I'm just saying. Don't chip in for a steak dinner when you don't know what what restaurant it is at. That's all. She might look like. Okay, let me get another one of those. She is good. She is good. Hates wifey giving as a towards family. Find her glazed like a turkey. Oh man, you guys are wrong. But he opened the door, figuratively and literally. So, what do you think of women's boxing? Have you caught any? Nah, I mean I watched Clarissa and Savannah Marshall's fight. I watched the Serrano fight, parts of it, but I'm not really into it. What drugs you on? What drugs I'm on? Well, my favorite is
I smoke rocks. I smoke rocks. I smoke rocks.
That's it. Just a little crack rock. There's something you don't know about me, Joe Rogan. I smoke rocks. All right, I'm about to wrap this up in a little bit. Tylenol, yeah. Word to Mother Goose. What else we got, people? Talk to me before we wrap it up. What state produced the best boxers? There is none. We could go through this would take a long time. If you go through the top 50 greatest box, 50 to 100, you want to really be thorough. Go through, get a list like a Ring magazine, something accreditable, top 100. And then jot down all the states each one's from and see what state comes up the most, and that's your answer. Yeah, it was funny. No, it never will. It has ebbs and flows, ups and downs, but Quick Jeopardy, 3 box questions before you're out of here. 3 boxing questions? Yes, Kali, I am. Brazilian female boxer beats her super slick. She is a pleasure to work with. She is a pleasure.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
All right. I believe so. You guys want to do quick 3 questions? You guys want to do a quick 3 questions? Tell me. New York, Philly, and Michigan. Should versus Kendrick? Who should? Can Parker beat Dubois? No. Schultz. You guys know that I know Andrew Schultz? Like, he was at my wedding. Know him really well. I mean, he doesn't return fucking texts and phone calls since he got famous, but yeah, I know him really well because he worked at my club. Brownsville, Brooklyn, there's some dope. I mean, there's other places. All right, we'll do a quick 3. Quick 3. All right. All right. We'll start it. Remember the rules, right? I count to 10. Whoever's answer I see first. Remember, you're going to see your own answer first on your end. It happens all the time. You're going to see yours before others on your end. That's how but it's what everybody else sees, including me, is different than what you see. So who I see first is the winner. I don't even know what Schultz said. I just saw Matt Barnes, who follows me. I'm cool with Matt. We've talked before. I saw him say something like Andrew stepped out of his lane and he should chill. I don't even know what Schultz said about Kendrick. But okay. Me? I'm born and raised in New York City, and right now I live right outside of New York City in Connecticut. Just moved here. I've been living in Brooklyn, though, for like the last 20 years. Hell's Kitchen, there you go. But I lived in BK for the last like 20 years. Before that, Queens, and then before that, Manhattan, Hell's Kitchen. Oh, he said he would have loved to Kendrick, and he couldn't do anything. He said he would make love to Kendrick, and he couldn't do anything about it. Why would he say that? Devin out there blocking left hook and open for right. Why would he say that? What was the context of him saying he would bang? Did he say like he'd bang him? Did he say that? Or he said like I'd make love to him? Like what was the joke? I don't get it. How's that funny? And why are people so upset about him saying that? That's just a comic saying something stupid. I thought it was some like racist shit that he said. I didn't realize he's talking about banging him, which is weird, but now what's up with your boy? My boy, he isn't fucking. I haven't talked to him in like 5. When was the last time he even responded to my text? Probably, yeah, like 6 years ago, probably. Oh no, I saw him at a wedding. When was Akasha's wedding, Tia? Like COVID. It was after COVID, right? No, before. It was after COVID. So like, yeah, it was like 2021, right? So, yeah, so I haven't talked to him in like 4 years. All right, the trivia. Let's do it. Let's do it. But yes, nobody answered the Schultz thing. Whatever. Okay, that shows you how much like I didn't even look into it when I heard about it. So I'm like, fuck him. He doesn't want to fucking respond to my text. I'm not gonna. Shout out to the big homie Tia. No, not a Diddy party, smartass. Parry? What's Parry? I'm over racism. Okay. I mean, you're not getting any from me, so. Okay. Let's do trivia. Let's do this. Give me some topics that you want the trivia to be. This will make it easier for me. So I'll just, off the top of the dome, like Big and J. I'll do it off the top of the dome. Big man Steph. There he is. The one and only.
Tutti frutti! Tutti frutti! Tutti frutti! Tutti frutti! Tutti frutti!
Nicknames, best jabs. My man, what's your meal tonight? I don't know what that means. Is that some like young kid shit for like what's good? What I'm smoking? I don't know what the fuck that means. Or what are you literally asking what I'm eating? Okay, 2000s boxing. Okay, we'll do that. Let's do the first one will be 2000s boxing. Who was the last man to be in the 2000s to be undisputed welterweight champion of the world, 3-belt era? Go. Last man, undisputed welterweight champ of the world, 3-belt era. 10, 9, 8, 7. Boom. Eon came with that shit mad quick. Zab is correct. Second one is Clarissa. She was wrong. And Eon's the only one who even answered it. Zab is correct. Okay. Now the rest of you guys coming in. So, Vaughn. All right. For sure, clear. Okay. What is the next category? I'm only doing 3 questions, so what's the next category you guys want? But I got to see more than one person say that category. Because if I get a whole bunch of random scattered categories, then it won't really. What's another question? What's another category, I mean? 2010. Okay, we got one of those. What else we got? 1945. She's joking, obviously, because that's so specific. What else we got? 2010. So you guys want to do 2010s. Okay. Okay, let me see something. Let me just see something here. Okay, here we go. I'm looking at the ratings for 2010. Okay. Okay. All right, here we go. We'll do 2010s. Rain. Years. Hold on. Okay, here we go. What boxer in the 2010s held the heavyweight championship, and during that reign, he held the title for the second longest amount of time in history? What boxer in the 2010s held the heavyweight championship, and it ended up being the second longest in history? Who is it? 10. Boom. Rob came mad quick with that one. I think Michael got it too. Everybody got that. No cap. I fucked it up. Everybody else got it. But the first one was Rob. Okay. Next category. You want to be a little more specific? I can get more specific because 2010s is kind of like, What else we got? Give me one more category. A good one, though. Something fun. Vegas fights? Nah. You don't know how to spell his name? You could have just said Vlad. 1930s? I could do 1930s. What else we got? Who else we got? Give me one more category. One more category. Nothing? No categories coming in? Should I just come up with one if I don't hear one? No? All right. Let's come up with one, I guess. First losses. I like that. I like first losses. Okay. First losses. Interesting. Okay. First losses. Yeah, I like that. First losses is good. Who? Wait, what did this guy say? Lunatic Menace. That's a crazy name. You said Fury would out-train Usyk, delete your page, and retire. Ooh, somebody's mean. I think I've seen you leave a negative comment before. Don't be negative. Be happy. And yeah, I did thought he was going to win. But now I actually think Usyk's going to beat him in the rematch. Even though I want Usyk to lose, but I think Usyk's going to win in the rematch. But Fury has a chance if he fights big. Okay. We're going for one more question. First losses. Biggest paydays. Middleweight. I'm trying to think. First losses is tough because we kind of all know that. You know what I mean? Okay. Here we go. Who was the first man to ever beat Sugar Ray Leonard? Go. First man to beat Sugar Ray Leonard. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Boom. Eon got that. He spelled it wrong, but he got it. Duran is correct. Duran is correct. What happened? You guys kicked Menace out? I can't see it over here. Duran is correct. Good shit. All right, people. I got to piss like a racehorse. I appreciate you guys. I will catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.